Hey, what's going on, folks? Sean here. Just wanted to dive into a very quick video breaking down the 10-month Hunters Content Bootcamp, which is coming up on the 1st of December. So, as most of you would have seen, I actually started rolling with the live details on it yesterday and have been chatting about it over in my group and profile and different social platforms over the last 2 or 3 weeks in the build up to it. And had a heap of you dive into my inbox asking me questions about it yesterday. So, thank you so much for that interest. And, based on that interest, I thought I'd just pop on here and actually dive into how it came to be, who it's for, what it's going to help with, what we'll be diving into in this specific bootcamp, and really just give you an idea of what I've been talking about for the last few weeks. So, as most of you who've been on the journey with me for the last couple of years will know, I've kind of been rolling with affiliate offers, many different, products and services over the last couple of years, most specifically my own coaching program for the last 6 months. And this sort of came into being just having a chat with my coaches, Flip and Nate, about an offer that I could roll with, which I would really jive with, kind of what I would want that offer to look like, who I would want to be working with, and how I want my business and life to look like in the coming months, which is something that I've really been giving a lot of thought to for a while, just simplifying my life, but just having a lot of fun in the process. So, when I first got started working with Flip and Nate last year, one of the fundamental shifts I made in my business was on the content creation side, because I really got clarity around not only the types of content to create, but how that would then translate into conversions in the back end of my business, while creating more time in my life for the things that I enjoy and having a bunch more fun in the process. And so rolling with something like a content bootcamp was a pretty exciting thing for me to, think about, because I could really deliver in a high valued way to my leads and my clients on a part of the process that I really enjoy and understand, and is really the fundamental reason that I could take my business from struggling, where I was really making very, very poor results, to a place where I've built a 125k business in the last 14 months. So really, really looking forward to rolling with it. We sold 9 spots before we went live with it yesterday, and we're already having a heap of fun over in the community already. So who's it for? Basically, guys, it's going to be for folks who already have a high ticket offer of their own, who have had some results, but really want to increase their lead flow, their group growth, their conversations, and ultimately their conversions on the back end by leveraging content creation. This is for anyone who's been, like I was, creating and posting content for weeks and months on end and not actually generating results or understanding how to move folks forward, right? And, for folks who already have something to sell, but really just want to add extra profit into their back pocket. So, what is it going to help with specifically? It's really going to give you clarity on relevant and specific content to achieve that lead flow, the group growth, the convos, and the conversions. What I found was I was really consistent with content. For almost 2 years solidly, I was posting absolutely every single day. But what I came to realize is none of it was relevant to my business, my offers, or how that would help folks. And it certainly wasn't specific either. You can be talking about things that are going on in your life, but if it holds no specificity to your actual business, folks don't really know what it is that you do or how you can help them. So, being able to leverage short form video content on the front end of the business so that folks could really get a highlight into who I am and what I know, really led them into the more leveraged long form written and video content to take folks on a much longer journey, a much longer sales journey, if you like. And what that specifically done, which was exciting, was it really helped me remove really long ass sales calls. So, at the beginning of my business, I was rocking anything from a 30-minute to a 1 hour, what we called a clarity call, which would always lead into sales, which made me feel really sleazy and slimy. And I just didn't like that part of my process. Now, don't get me wrong, that part of the process works. It does work and can work for people, just depending on their process. It's just not something that I wanted to do. After 20 years of having a traditional business of my own, I really wanted to move away from, working that many hours. And just having a purposeful business that I really, really vibed with. So it removed sales calls for me. It absolutely has obliterated cold DMs. At the beginning when I started working in 2020 with my online business, we were being encouraged to send out 50 to 150 cold DMs a day, as well as mass ad friends, which again is another part of the process that really works, but it was just so time consuming. And I didn't ever want it to be like a numbers game. So like a churn and burn type situation where I was talking to 20 people, maybe one would bite, I would lose the other 19. I'd rather get 100 folks that really love what I'm doing and take them on this buyer's journey with me as I evolve and I pivot and I do those things. So, being able to highly leverage those content strategies has been able to remove those parts of the business and obviously just enhance the part of the business that I love, which is kind of working with clients that I vibe with, being able to produce content, roll with offers, build assets, and really just have fun in the business, right? So, why is it different? So, I don't know of another 10-month intensive content bootcamp, which is really diving into content creation out there right now. And it's really going to be a compilation of real time content strategies that I've used personally to make 125K online, right? It can be replicated across multiple platforms. So you wouldn't necessarily only have to be on Facebook. It can be replicated on Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, pretty much anything out there where you can create content. You also get access to templates and resources that you can take and deploy immediately in your business today that will start to give you results, right? So why would you need it, right? And the reason you really need to understand content is it's the entry point to your brand, right? That's the first time folks get an eye onto who you are as a person. And to really give folks a reason to continue to move along that customer journey with you. So, without that clarity and specificity that I spoke about earlier, it'll be really hard to attract the right type of audience into your world to do business with for the long term. It will also really help you with confidence and knowing exactly what to say and do to hit post button, right? So, I was super unconfident. I'm not sure that's the right word, but I didn't have the confidence to hit post. I was trying and testing a lot of different things, but I never knew if what I was saying was actually translatable, or whether it was ever going to take folks into any other step. So having that confidence and not having to stare at a blank screen with that writer's block has just been pivotal in the speed at which my business moves as well. So what are we going to cover on there? We're going to cover different hooks. We're going to cover copywriting, calls to actions, frameworks, how to actually build up promos and launches, email, which has been a huge thing that I've added into my business as well, repurposing. We're going to set up different platforms and optimize them. We're going to cover content buckets and the different cycles that your clients and your leads will be through as they go through that journey with you. Content loops, which is a huge, huge, huge strategy that I learned from Flip and Nate, one of my favorite strategies actually, which really maximizes the reach of your content and how many times people can actually go back through something and move along your sales process. So really, really excited to dive into that. We're going to cover editing. We're going to cover campaigns and a whole bunch of different trainings inside that as well. So how it's going to be delivered. I actually was thinking of running with the school community because I'm part of the school community that Flip and Nate have rolled with Cash Curriculums. If you haven't heard about it, you guys have got to dive in there. Really, really low barrier to entry, but it's just an absolutely amazing community vibe. So originally thought that I was going to jive with, a school community, but have decided to just stick with a group setting for now. I really love that setup. It really works in a nice flow with what I'm rolling out. So going to be jiving with it in a group setting. We'll set up a guide section, question and answer thread where folks can get live feedback from me all the time. It's going to be like having me in your back pocket to actually go out and create content. There's obviously going to be a wins thread and a bonus thread as well. So a few of the bonuses I'm throwing in there is actually going to be a 3-year content catalog. So absolutely every piece of content that I've jived with in the last 3 years in my online business, which you can really take and extract to deploy in your own business with immediate effect, right? I'm going to be rolling out some content frameworks and cheat sheets, viral hooks that I've used in the last year. So it's 365 days of hooks, and I'm just going to continue to add to that as we roll out with the Content Bootcamp. I'm going to be delivering an 8-day email campaign. This has already created 5 figures in my business and continues to pay me over and over again from just setting up that email campaign once. So it's really to create 5-figure revenue in your business and take your leads from pre-sold to close in 8 days. And I'm also going to be rolling with an offer catalog as well. So pretty much every single offer that I've rolled out with since I started working with Flip and Nate, because I had no clue how to actually set up an offer until I started working inside of Group Juice. So that's really been a pivotal part of my business as well, because you can extract different parts of that copywriting in your content to continue to pre-sell people in your offers and in your world, right? So the pricing and the spots. So I have already, there's only one spot of the pre-sold spots available. I actually sold 9 out of 10 before we could go live. And I'm actually rolling with this alongside the Group Juice promo that they actually just announced on Monday. So it is the 2-year anniversary of Group Juice, and they are rolling with an enormous payment plan. It is amazing. They've actually brought the price down significantly, and there is not going to be any interest on the payment plan. So pretty exciting stuff. So Group Juice is actually going to be, if you get the bundle together, you're going to get 2 programs in one. But it is going to be available as a standalone product as well. So guys, that's just a quick rundown. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have any questions, please just drop them down below. I'm happy to swing you across a doc so you can get your eyeballs on exactly what's going to be going down inside there. Thank you all for your expressed interest. I hope this covers a lot of the questions you guys have been asking me over in the DMs. And I look forward to rolling with absolutely everybody that's on the inside. Here's to the next 10 months, guys. Super cool to chat, and we will chat soon.